Imagine waking up one day and realizing you can read people like open books. You can see patterns others miss. You can solve problems without effort. And suddenly, when people start calling you gifted, genius, different. But here's the truth. You weren't born special. You trained your mind into something extraordinary, and today, I'll show you the brain training that can make you smarter than a gifted genius, or, if misused, too twisted to live among them. Welcome to BrainLyfe. People think genius is about IQ, gifted childhood, supernatural talent. But neuroscience says something different. Your brain is a muscle, and the difference between an average person and a genius is not intelligence. It's mental habits. Geniuses do one thing the world underestimates. They train their brain to think differently. They don't accept reality at face value. They question everything. They analyze. They think in silence. They observe when others speak. They use boredom as fuel. They break patterns and create new ones. And this kind of brain can be built. Your brain's greatest upgrade begins with silence. Not meditation, not mindfulness, just silence. Because silence forces your brain to work without noise. It sharpens your senses. It amplifies micro details. It makes people predictable. When you practice silent observation daily, you start understanding emotions that are never spoken. You notice when someone lies, you identify insecurity behind confidence. You see weakness behind anger. This is the skill that turns you from normal into dangerously perceptive. Some people call it intuition, others call it manipulation. But it's simply a trained brain. Every great mind has one thing in common. They see patterns faster than others. You can train this every day. Study people's reactions. Notice repeated behaviors. Recognize emotional triggers. Observe what motivates or scares people. Identify your own habits and break them. Your brain loves patterns, and when you train it to find them everywhere, you start solving problems with insane accuracy. This is why some people seem gifted. They're not, their brain just connects dots quicker. And you can train that skill until you become unstoppable. But beware when you start seeing too many patterns. You might disconnect from people who still think in straight lines. This is the part that makes you smarter and also more dangerous. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you control what you feel. You don't react impulsively. You don't take things personally. You don't get manipulated by anger, guilt, or pressure. A detached brain becomes a strategic brain, and that scares people. Because when you stop reacting emotionally, people lose power over you. You become unpredictable. You become calm in situations where others panic. You make logical moves while everyone else is drowning in emotions. This is the trait that separates a genius from someone too twisted for the world. There's one more level of brain training: resilience. Geniuses don't avoid hardship. They use it. Every failure becomes data. Every struggle becomes experience. Every setback becomes a lesson. Your brain rewires itself based on the challenges you face. The harder the challenge, the stronger the wiring. Your brain literally grows through discomfort. This is what makes you capable of things others think are impossible. Not talent, not luck, but pure, trained resilience. But here's the twist. A trained brain can become your greatest gift or your biggest curse. Because when you become too aware, too intelligent, too analytical, you might start feeling disconnected, misunderstood, different. Some people will admire you. Others will fear you. A few will envy you. That's the price of leveling up your mind. Every genius in history paid it. And if you train your brain like this, you will too. So, do you want to be smarter than any gifted genius? Or will your mind become too twisted for the world to understand? The choice is yours, because your brain becomes whatever you train it to be. If you want more psychology, mindset, and brain hacking videos, subscribe to BrainLyfe. Your evolution starts now.